Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I am sharing with you guys the best, in my opinion, whipped soap formula. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to be making a 500 gram batch. You want to start out with a heat safe sanitized bowl. I added in the stearic acid. This is phase A. Grab another heat safe sanitized bowl. Add in the phase B ingredients. I started with cocamidopropyl betaine. Then I added in glycerin along with some distilled water. If you want to add in some fragrance naturally, you could use a hydrosol instead of distilled water. Mix to combine everything. Then put on your respirator, add in the sodium cocoyl isethionate, and gently mix to combine. And you want to do this gently because you don't want all of the powder going in the air. Even though you have a respirator on, we want to prevent that as much as possible. All right, now that that is all combined, we can fill a pan with some water, put it on our stovetop on medium heat, and place both of our bowls in the water. Cover with some aluminum foil so no water splashes in our bowls. And we're just gonna let them heat on medium heat until everything in phase A melts. Well, it's just stearic acid in there. So wait till that melts. And then phase B will look something like this. You want to make sure there's no chunks. You want to make sure it's smooth, but it will be kind of foamy. Go ahead and remove both phase A and B. Here is phase A. It looks like nothing is in there, but stearic acid is in there. And this is phase B. And I find it to be easiest to just pour phase B in the phase A. Otherwise, the stearic acid will harden on the sides of the bowl. All right, just hand mix it at first with a spatula and then start whipping with a hand mixer or not an overhead stirrer, a KitchenAid. That would be a lot easier on your arm. But anyways, you want to just start whipping it and you will notice it will start to thicken. The whipping helps cool it down faster. If you notice it's not thickening, you could put it in an ice bath. So fill like another bowl that's bigger with some ice and place this bowl in that, and that will help cool it down. But this is the whole process. I just sped it up. It eventually will get like this cottage cheese consistency. Just keep whipping it, keep whipping it. Again, it took like 5 to 10 minutes to get here. Eventually, you'll have to start scraping the sides and whipping it again. Hopefully you get the point here. Here is where it starts to look like marshmallow fluff. And this is where it is around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So I can add in the phase C ingredients, which is the preservative GeoGuard 221. This is natural and eco-cert. And I added in marshmallow cream. This is a fragrance oil from Natural Bulk Supplies. I'm obsessed with this fragrance oil. I'm literally putting it in everything I'm making lately. I'm obsessed with it. But like I said, if you want a natural fragrance oil or a scent, you could use a hydrosol and then just whip it up again. Keep whipping. And then I like to let mine sit overnight. I just cover it with the lid that came with the bowl, but if you don't have a lid with your bowl, just cover it with some plastic wrap. And the next day you will notice it has hardened and it doesn't seem as fluffy. And this is why I like to whip it again the next day. Because now that it has fully hardened, we can finally whip it. And this is when it will start sticking to the sides a lot more. So you will have to repeatedly scrape the sides with a spatula, whip it, scrape the sides with a spatula, and continue doing that until you got your desired fluffy consistency. And yeah, you should have like a marshmallow fluff consistency here. What I like to do is use a piping bag. You could just scoop this in a jar if you want, fill your piping bag and just pipe it up. After you pipe it full completely, you can go past the brim a little bit. You want to bang the jar on the table to tighten it up and, get rid of any of those air holes, air bubbles, air sockets, whatever, and then pipe the top of it to finish it off. And then you have a full jar. And if you are selling a whipped soap, make sure you weigh it every single time you fill it to make sure it has the same amount every time you sell it. And there you go. Now you have a gorgeous fluffy whipped soap. Now, I have let mine sit for about a couple weeks now, and I haven't noticed one deflated a little bit, but the other one didn't. So I think one I just tightened a lot better by banging onto the table. So just keep that in mind. There is a chance that they can deflate. So if you're selling them, keep that in mind. Try to fill it as best as you can. As long as you weigh it and you make sure every single one of them weigh the same every time, then you're never shortening anybody. That's my best advice. But yeah, Here is the lather. It is honestly so amazing. I want to make some more whip soaps. I have some other ideas in mind. So let me know if you want to see more whip soap formulas. I'm obsessed with them. Let me know if you have any suggestions, and I'll see you guys in the next formula. Talk to you later. Also, don't forget to go over and check out my Patreon, where I post 2 exclusive videos every single month. So there is a ton of videos you can go over there and binge watch. For only $5 a month, you get access to the entire backlog. And for $10 a month, you can get a shout out for your small business. So let's shout everybody out. naturesfarmgirl.com, Let's Blend LLC, at Stardust Bath and Body on Instagram, hempygirl.com, shoplevis.com, Owl and Lily on Etsy, Skin Lounge Co. on Etsy, blackpetalbeauty.com, embracebeautyessentials.com, Legendary Bath and Body, Astari Apothecary, Reviga Cosmetics here on YouTube, exorebb.com, pardonaturals.com, Natural State Skin, thenatureandus.ca, nearcatalier.com, use the code on the screen for 20% off, earthandambernaturals.com, Shark City Naturals, Day to Relax Spa, Crowned Glory LLC, LH Scented Soaps and more, Janae Rose, Health Nut Beauty on Etsy, velvettemptations.com, Journey Rose Beauty, chrbrands.com, Homestead Life Goods on Etsy, NellaBathAndBody.com, Madhouse Mama Soaps, xpo.com, Mystical Morning on Etsy, Seventh House and Oak on Etsy, and MyCrownAndGlory.com. Thank you guys so much for your support. Literally, without you guys on the Patreon, I wouldn't be able to continue doing what I do. So thank you so much.